Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorials. We were in chapter Some Natural Phenomena of class 8th CBSE. And in the previous video tutorial we have learned that when positive and negative terminal were connected, it gives spark, and that demonstration we could relate to lightning, and lightning is a natural phenomenon. To understand the reason behind lightning, we need to know about structure of atom. We have also seen another demonstration where the pen was rubbed using plastic paper. That pen gets charged and starts attracting thermocol balls. In this video tutorial, we shall learn how to connect these demonstrations to the structure of atom and understand natural phenomena such as lightning. Here we go. Well, let us try to understand about structure of atom. Atoms are basic building blocks of an ordinary matter, and what is matter? Matter is anything which has weight and occupies space. That means all solids, liquids and gases constitutes matter, and atoms are the basic building blocks of this matter, which means it is the matter which is made of small atoms, right? Therefore, atoms are basic building blocks of ordinary matter, and that is the smallest particle of a chemical element. You all have learnt about elements, right? For example, hydrogen is an element, so that and even the iron is an element, carbon is an element. So hydrogen has its own atom and iron also has its own atom. Both atoms are different. So, point to be noted, smallest particle of an element is an atom. And how is this atom made of further? Atom contains few more basic particles inside, and let me name those important particles, right? They are protons. Let me use only singular here, a proton. I can denote this proton as P. It will be easy for us further now to be familiar with diagrams and all. So let me take proton as P, and then atom contains neutron. So this I'll give a symbol N, and then electron. An electron starts with letter E and it is the lightest among these three, and therefore let me take just as E, the small e, right? So these are important basic particles of atoms: protons, neutrons and electrons. And how are they arranged inside the atom? Inside the atom, we'll have proton and neutron together, just like this. Now one proton and one neutron are together here. It need not be always one proton or one neutron. Try to understand, it can be even two protons and two neutrons, or even more than that. Now here we have 4 protons and 4 neutrons. Now what did you observe in the previous examples and the present example? The number of protons and the number of neutrons are always equal. So this is what a center of every atom. Now again, let me tell you, an atom consists of proton and neutrons together in the center, right? And number of protons and number of neutrons will be generally equal. Okay, so that is the state of every atom. And every element will have a different atom. That is why the number of protons and number of neutrons are different in every element. Now where will the electrons be? The electrons will be around this. This particular part is called nucleus. Like how we have studied nucleus in the cell, right? Animal cell, plant cell, right? So atomic structure also contains a nucleus. And what is this nucleus made of? This nucleus is made of protons and neutrons. Try to understand this. And where are the electrons? Electrons are moving around the nucleus. Now look at the number of electrons I have taken, and they simply move around the nucleus. Just like how the planets move around the sun. And this is the basic structure of every atom. Maybe it is aluminium or an iron or even oxygen, carbon and so many. Now point to be noted here, number of protons will be always equal to number of neutrons and generally which will be equal to electrons, right? So this is for you, your syllabus, that is for class 8th. However, the change of protons and neutrons you will understand in the higher classes. There are some examples. Now you have to understand that generally they are same. Now let us learn about the charge. What do you mean by charge? In this same year we have learned, in the same syllabus we have learned about force. And what is force? Force is either pull or push, right? So charge is electric here, electric charge we call, right? Electric charge is a physical property of these particles, protons, electrons and neutrons. Understood? And they experience some kind of force. Experiencing a kind of force means they sometimes pull or push, right? So that property of a proton, neutron and electron is called electric charge. Right? So therefore, electric charge is nothing but a physical property of a matter that cause it to experience a force. And what kind of force? Either attraction or repulsion, or you can say in simple words, push or pull, right? So then what kind of charge then does proton have? The charge the proton exhibit is named as positive charge. Okay, so remember this, proton has got a charge which is positive in nature. Now you can ask me why only it is positive, right? This nomenclature is just to identify a kind of charge. Okay, if one is positive, another will be negative. Okay, now tell me, what is the charge of electron? The electron is negatively charged, right? And what will be of neutron? Neutron doesn't have any charge, neither positive nor negative. It is electrically neutral, right? So when do we say neutral? It doesn't have any charge, no positive charge and no negative charge. It is electrically neutral. Okay, and therefore these are the charges which are there inside the atom. Remember, every atom has got some positive charges, some negative charges and some particles which are neutral, right? For example, in this atom, this is the structure of one particular atom. In this atom we have 4 positive charge. And how do you say that there are 4 positive charge? Because we have 4 protons in this. Just count 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 4 protons. So that's why I have written 4 positive charge. Right? And in the same way, how many negative charges it has got? Negative charge means electron. So electrons are 1, 2, 3 and 4. And we have 4 negative charges. Then what is the total charge of this entire atom? So plus 4 and minus 4 will become 0. So the total charge is 0. When the total charge is 0, then we call atom is neutral in nature. Okay, atom is neutral in nature. So we can even write here neutral. I hope you have understood. Right? Now we will take few more examples now in the next video tutorial. Please remember, we are trying to understand a phenomena of lightning, right? We are trying to understand the reasons behind the demonstration conducted in the beginning of this chapter. Okay, so please keep the atomic structure so far we have learnt, right? And see you in the next video tutorial. Thank you very much.